Hey guys, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It is Tuesday, March 12th. Hope you're holding strong in this new asset class that is cryptocurrencies. We have some very big news here. And first and foremost, this is not financial or investment advice. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Also smash the like button. First item, SEC Chairman Clayton has confirmed that Ethereum is not a security, which is a great sign. Let me give you the details. So Clayton just confirmed commission staff analysis that found Ethereum and cryptos like it are not securities. We're often asked whether that policy articulated mid last year by director of the Division of Corporate Finance, William Hinman, truly represents the policy of the commission or whether it's just the opinion of the SEC staff. So a few months ago, we worked with Representative Ted Budd to send a letter co-signed by several colleagues to the Chairman Clayton, asking whether he agreed with Hinman's approach. Now the chairman has responded. So he responded with a letter, and let me give you the details. Your letter also asked whether I agree with certain statements concerning digital tokens in Director Hinman's June 2018 speech. I agree that the analysis of whether a digital asset is offered or sold as a security is not static and does not strictly adhere to the instrument. A digital asset may be offered and sold initially as a security because it meets the definition of an investment contract, but the designation may change over time if the digital asset later is offered and sold in such a way that it will no longer meet that definition. Now, I don't think I even need to go further. He's saying it could have been offered initially as a security, but depending on its utility and how things progressed with how it was distributed and how it's acting in the world today, it could have moved past that and not be a security. And I think that's what's going on, for example, with Ripple. That's why they haven't made a decision or said anything, because things have changed. There's also the Token Taxonomy Act, which is looking to position digital assets, crypto, outside of the existing securities laws, which absolutely makes sense because the existing securities laws are from like the 1930s and apply to largely, mostly stocks and so forth. So he, of course, responded, in a letter, so confirming that Mr. Hinman's statements are indeed correct, and it looks like Ethereum, guys, is not a security. And Warren Davidson, who's one of the congressmen behind the Token Taxonomy Act, along with Darren Soto, tweeted about this. He said, "Good news, blockchain now. Congress needs to take this formal with passage of the Token Taxonomy Act." So I totally agree with him. He also tweeted the following, and we've talked about this, that a lot of the old dinosaurs in Congress and many and folks in government don't get what's happening. So he said, "Blockchain, unfortunately, many do not yet grasp the significance of blockchain. Please help Congress with the information. Easy one video illustrations of use cases and tokens. Explain how distributed ledger eliminates intermediaries, tokens not equal to Bitcoin, good laws protect consumers and markets, etc." So he's essentially saying we need to, if the folks can share with their Congress representatives, right? And as well as, some folks here started responding to him, some from the XRP community, sharing information about, from Ripple and Proppy and different folks. And we need to do this kind of grassroots, guys, because Warren Davidson and the other handful of congressmen are up against the rest, right? Because the knowledge is not there for many of those other folks. And we've talked about this, guys. You can imagine JP Morgan and many of these major banks who are anti-crypto or want to grab a hold of the market, I'm sure are, providing campaign contributions. That's how politics works, and trying to get those folks to be against, like, for example, passing the Token Taxonomy Act. So we have to put the pressure on these congressmen and so forth. So we got to support them. If you could make a video and do whatever you can in explaining and sending information to your representative, your respective city, state, and so forth, please do. It's going to be impactful. It's definitely needed. Now, moving ahead, guys, we got some big Ripple and XRP news. So many of you are familiar with Ripple's Spring Initiative, which is essentially a grant program looking to fund developers and different startups and so forth, where they inject XRP. They provide XRP as part of the funding. Their goal is to help get adoption and utility for XRP, where XRP can be used in ecosystems and marketplaces and so forth. You guys have seen my interview with the CEO and founder of Omni, which was one of the Spring funded companies and how they have been integrating XRP into their marketplace. Well, Ripple launched a fund, and they're handing it over to Forte, which is a gaming platform. They are building games, and let me give you the details here. So the headline: Ripple Spring helps launch $100 million fund for game developers. So Spring, Ripple's grant network for developers, launched last May, stepping into the $140 billion global gaming industry. Huge industry. The project has partnered with the gaming platform startup Forte to create a $100 million fund to support game developers. According to the report in The Verge, all the money will come from Ripple, and Forte will manage the fund. Forte's tech leverages open source solutions designed in collaboration with Ripple. These solutions include open source Interledger protocol, the Codius platform, Ripple's smart contract platform, and the use of the crypto XRP in settlement. So major move here by Ripple, very smart, because we are seeing even on Ethereum, the gaming, and even I think Tron as well, the gaming development that's taking place. So I think this is a really smart move by Ripple, and it's going to open up a lot of opportunities. Maybe XRP being leveraged, or the XRP ledger itself being leveraged within different gaming platforms. So I think huge things are ahead, and this is why I'm very bullish on XRP, because Ripple is doing some major things to push the adoption and utility, and they're funding a lot of different companies. And like I said, if you haven't seen my video where I interviewed the CEO of Omni, definitely check it out, and you'll get some insight into how that process works. I'm also looking to interview the CEO, Kevin Chu of Forte. So I contacted him. Let's see if he responds. Now, some additional news. Binance Trust Wallet adds support for XRP and credit card payments. So Trust Wallet users can now purchase XRP, Bitcoin. Back up. Trust Wallet is adding support for XRP, the third largest crypto by market capitalization. Trust Wallet users can now therefore purchase XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ether with major credit and debit cards. So continued adoption and support here. Binance being one of the largest crypto exchanges. They of course mentioned it on their Twitter profile here, and also CZ retweeted it, and he said slowly but surely. And that's the what we've been talking about, guys. Things are being built out. We have to be patient. I know price is important, but you can't just look at price. You have to understand where we are in the timeline, the building out the infrastructure, market cycles, bear and bull, and of course we're waiting for some regulatory clarity. So the future is bright. A lot of building, a lot of investing, a lot of partnerships and mergers and acquisitions, and it's really great to see these things are happening. Now, we got some bad news here for Bitcoin, guys, and Bitcoin, as you know, runs on the proof of work algorithm, and that is not a flawless algorithm. It actually has a big problem. That's the double spend, the 51% attack. Well, some folks have been exploiting this via Bitcoin ATMs, double spend. So apparently, let me back up. Double spending on Bitcoin ATM. Let's see here. A total of 112 transactions are alleged to have taken place in September last year. So 4 men, the Canadian police are looking for these guys, and they conducted the double spend hack, or whatever you would call it, at these ATMs. And apparently they scammed a total of $200,000, guys. And one Bitcoin Core developer did respond to it. I'm not even going to read it here because I fully don't understand what he's saying. I'm not a developer, but they need to fix this. This is not good. This is a major problem. Now, obviously, every new technology has its bumps and its issues, right? You think about the internet, dial-up, and a lot of different things, and now look, we're on high-speed internet. Things have been improved. But as a core principle or a foundational item here, proof of work has some issues, right? It just takes money to do the double spend attack. And this is a problem with these ATMs because these ATMs are popping up everywhere. So they better fix this. This is not good for Bitcoin. Now, I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. I believe they will fix a lot of these issues, but this is just going to slow down adoption, because imagine the people who own these ATMs, they don't want to lose money. They don't want to be part of a problem, right? So this is not good. And I hope the people behind Bitcoin, the developers, they can fix this. This is not good. Now, speaking of Bitcoin and mining, ASIC, which is the manufacturer of mining chips, the manufacturer Canaan closes a funding round, raises hundreds of millions of dollars. So this is interesting. They are now, after the investment, they are now valued at $1 billion. So let's see where this proof of work mining stuff goes. We know, for example, Ethereum is trying to move away from proof of work to going to proof of stake. So let's see what happens. Only the future would tell. I think there's a lot of roadblocks and a lot of problems here that are popping up. Just for example, the double spend thing. We saw Ethereum Classic suffered a 51% attack. Luckily, the guy who did it wasn't doing it to be to try to bring the whole network down or whatever. He did return the money. I think he was doing it to prove a point or something like that. But things are not looking too great here, and I hope if people in the Bitcoin community, developers, can come together and fix a lot of these issues, and we'll see what happens with the Lightning Network, which I am optimistic about. Now, Bittrex International tweeted the following: "History in the making. We are excited to announce that Bittrex International will host the first initial exchange offering IEO on March 15, 2019. So looks like they're looking to launch their own Bittrex token, or BIO, I guess you would call it, Bittrex International Offering, or BIT, Bittrex International Token, kind of like the Binance token, right? So it looks like exchanges are looking to do this, and I don't blame them, because you look at the Binance token, it's doing really well. I actually wish I had bought some, but this is interesting to see, and let's see where it goes. We are headed to the token economy. I don't know too much. I know there's some special discounts and offerings that are being offered with these tokens, but at the same time, it's almost like, how should I put it? It's like a conflict of interest, right? Where you're almost forcing people to use it in a way, and then your value goes up, and your worth goes up, and people have to invest in it, versus being a open market where I can say, well, I'll invest in this token. I don't necessarily have to use it, right? But let's see how it plays out. Only the future would tell with some of these things, but Binance is doing pretty well with their token. So guys, big news. What do you think? I want to hear your thoughts and comments. Leave them below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links in the description. If you'd like to support the channel, check out my donation addresses as well as my Patreon group link if you'd like to send a tip, whatever it is. No obligation, obviously. It's up to your discretion. But thank you for your support, and I appreciate all of you who watch my videos, who thumbs up, who leave comments. Thank you. And like I said, don't forget this important takeaway, guys. Let's get the message out about blockchain and crypto, especially to your representatives, your congressmen, those of you in the United States. Definitely important. And I'll talk to you guys later.